What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today we are taking a look at the awesome Alpina B4. This is the B4 Gran Coupe, and after years of offering a variety of unique cars, BMW finally caught up and is now offering an M3 Touring, and with the next M5 will also offer an M5 Touring. And those two cars were always like the ultimate Alpinas because they offered the B3 and the B5 while BMW wouldn't offer those Tourings. But now we are here with the B4, which still is a very, very unique proposition because you've got the 4 Series Gran Coupe with an S58 inline 6 bi-turbo engine. So basically the engine from an M4, but the M4 Gran Coupe is not available. And the way that Alpina has set up this car is just gorgeous. It is such a joy to drive this car. It feels like it has been built by adults instead of children in the marketing department, which sometimes it feels like that at BMW M these days. This feels like it's been built by people who love cars, and it's been set up by people who have driven good cars, and it all comes together so well. So I'm going to show you around it. I will take it for a quick drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. As you can see, the sun is about to set. It is 9:05 in the evening. Oh, I've got a matching watch today, blue on blue. Available at ignitioncollection.com. They've actually got a summer sale until the 31st of August. So go check it out. 10% discount on those beautiful Swiss-made watches. Quick plug there. Anyway, Alpina Blue for this car. Now, as you know, the 4 Series gets, compared to the 3 Series, different lights and a different grille. Now, the lights I'm super happy with. They are very nice. Oh, my fucking... I've got some kind of like stingy bush in my shoe from making photos earlier over there. Very annoying. Anyway, lights very nice, much more aggressive, a bit more sleek compared to the 3 Series. But the grille I'm not so fond of. It's actually not the M3 grille because that is 2 separate like kidneys. This is connected, as you can see, and in this blue it kind of reminds me of the i4, which is not a good thing. But Alpina does add a nice front bumper. You can actually see that they add like this lower part with a floating black Alpina badge there. Very cool. I mean, it is a beautiful color, don't get me wrong, this Alpina blue. Super, super, super nice. We got this car courtesy of Düsseldorf Exclusive, which is the Dutch importer for Alpina. They are also a BMW dealer, but they are also Alpina the Netherlands. So go check them out if you're interested, which you should be, because these Alpinas, oh my god. Okay, enough drooling. Let's move on. We've got these 20-inch wheels as standard, 20-spoke classic Alpina design with a beautiful cap here, Alpina, and it hides the bolts as well, which is nice. Behind that we've got the high performance brakes, perforated discs, as you can see, 395 millimeters. They work really, really well. Very good brakes. Alpina does claim that these brakes are a bit louder than the regular brakes. So just so you know, okay? So they might be like 0.2 of a decibel louder than the regular ones. You can see Alpina in there even. So BMW builds these cars on the production line in the factory, and then Alpina takes them off just before they're ready and finishes the car off. But it actually feels like a different product, which is really nice. Blue Alpina calipers there as well. We've got a specific tire for Alpina as well, Pirelli P0s with an ALP code. Should be on the tire somewhere. Of course, it's right there. Alpina also makes changes to the suspension because they want the car to be more sporty in Sport Plus and more comfortable in Comfort Plus, which is a driving mode they add. So the abilities of this car are broadened quite a bit. It's much more comfortable than an M440i, but it's also a bit more firm and a bit more tight than an M440i, which is nice. We've got upgraded bushings and mounts as well. And then those dampers are changed by Alpina as well. So we've got the Alpina striping, hideous door handles, don't like that. These are for the 4 Series. I think they made these because they are aerodynamically, you know, more efficient, but yeah, I don't like them. They are not nice, and they feel like it's just a button, and it's not connected to anything, and it's, yeah, it's, no, not for me. Don't like it. Rear, I do like. So we've got a little Alpina spoiler here that works together with the splitter at the front. Both are developed in the BMW wind tunnel, so they actually have a function. They actually do something. We've got a nice diffuser here as well by Alpina, with the exhaust integrated into the bumper. And the exhaust is actually in there, as you can see. So again, this is part of the bumper, which is a shame. Yeah, but this is a new exhaust, and it sounds really, really good. Even though it is, you know, full OPF, everything is in there, it sounds really good. And with this exhaust, together with some changes in the software, this engine, the S58, built by Alpina with smaller turbochargers, improved cooling. I mean, they really like pour their own sauce on this engine. With those changes, the new exhaust and the software, it now delivers 495 horsepower and 730 newton meters of torque, which is plus 30 newton meters, plus 33 horsepower compared to the B3 Touring we drove last year, or this year, whatever. And the new B3 also has these performance numbers. So you have more power than an M4, which is nice. Almost as much as an M4 competition. You also get these dome bulkhead braces on the B4. I feel like they really try to make this B4 a lot more sporty than the B3, which is nice. So this is the S58, smaller turbos, as I said, improved cooling. They change a whole lot about this engine, and they really wanted to drive and to feel like their own unit, like, you know, not like a BMW engine basically, which of course it is, but you know, it's their own, which I really like. It feels like more than a tuner, which of course they aren't. They are a manufacturer of exclusive automobiles. This is B4 Gran Coupe number 61. And it honestly feels like that. Of course, you're driving a BMW, but it definitely has like its own character. Interior, we've got the leather on the dash. We've got Levelina Alpina leather on the steering wheel with a green and a blue stitch. Alpina badge right there. And these seats, this leather is so soft. It's crazy. It's like a baby's butt. I don't know how that feels yet, but I'm imagining that it feels like this, with an Alpina badge on the headrest as well. And of course, compared to an M4, you've got a proper rear seat. Now, spec-wise, this one is relatively boring. Beautiful Alpina blue and a lovely leather interior, but it's all black in here with piano black trim. You can go absolutely nuts at Alpina. So, yeah. Do take a look at the website. I mean, you can have like the most beautiful interiors, beautiful wood. I mean, this is stuff I like. I don't know if you guys like it as well, but I like this. Like a green B4 with cognac leather and wood, and oh, yes, please. Let's start it up in Sport Plus mode for some extra sound, because it actually sounds nice with some like deep burbles in there as well. And well, it definitely sounds very good. It's a very good sound. We'll keep the roof open as well for some extra oral pleasure. Oral, A-U pleasure. Oral, like audio pleasure. Anyway, okay, let's go for a drive. So, what did they do to the drivetrain? Oh, we've got the ZF 8-speed, but with Alpina software. So, it shifts so quickly in manual mode. Oh. No bueno. Horses. So yeah, it sounds really good, but that gearbox, this engine, I mean, it is a match made in heaven when it is a regular car. When it's like even a 330i, this gearbox works just so well. But when you link it to an S58 or a B58, Oh, it is just so good. And in this Alpina form, I don't know. I don't know how these guys do it. How they nail this setup like this. Oh, doggies. Yeah, setup wise, I mean, also if you put it in comfort with the gearbox and drive, it always nails every shift and every downshift. You can control everything with like such a small movement of your foot. Oh, so good. And the engine is so torquey that setup with those two smaller turbos, it just means that you have a bit more torque down low. It's earlier, and that just benefits the drivability of a car like this, because you have more power down low, which is, you know, you're going to be at that lower rev range more of the time in your daily driver, and it just works. Bangs from the exhaust. It sounds good. It really does. I mean, they've done a great job with all the like OPF and particulate filters that we have to use now. This is really, really good. Also, like the setup of the suspension in Sport Plus, I really like it, because it's not like crazy firm, crazy hard, but it's more tied down than an M340i, for instance. You do have X-Drive, of course, so yeah, you have to push it a bit harder than that if you want to play around. We can also do launch control, because this thing does 0 to 100 in 3.7 seconds, which is rather quick. So we just put the gearbox in sport, traction control in traction mode, Sport Plus, foot on the brake, launch control, let it build. There we go. Oh. 3.65 I think is the fastest we've done, which is just right on the money. 3.64 actually, so we're going to round that down to 3.6. Yeah, it's quicker. Nice. Okay, so at the Autobahn, the beautiful thing about the Alpinas, of course, is that they have a proper top speed and they don't have a limiter at 250. Listen to that. Beautiful sound. No like crazy UFO sound being pushed through the speakers into the cabin against my will. This sounds beautiful. But top speed is 301 kilometers an hour according to Alpina. You do need quite a bit of space to get there, but it will do it. It will even do like 316 on the speedo, something like that, but yeah, you need a lot of space. Also, 100 to 200 we measured 8.5 seconds, which is rather quick. It means that it's faster than a BMW M4 competition convertible, for instance, which is, no, thank you, I don't need any help. No, no, thank you, bye-bye. But also faster than BMW M3 Touring, for instance. So I think if you go for the updated version of the B3 Touring, you might get very, very close to an M3 Touring performance-wise. So I am in Sport Plus, and well, the dampers, the suspension, everything soaks it up so beautifully. And it picks up so well. Oh, I love it, I really do. There is just something very satisfying about driving this car and about, you know, driving Alpinas in general, but it's just as I said, it feels like it's been set up by people who know what they're doing, but also by people who love driving and who get it, you know? I feel like these people get it. They are not distracted by marketing gimmicks and by screens and more screens and images and animations. They just want to build a car that drives beautifully. I mean, you're driving like a comfy 4-seat, 4-door car, elegant, luxurious. I mean, that's pretty much the limit of this tire that you're hearing and seeing now. I feel like the 20-inch might be a bit too big for the front axle. I think maybe 19-inch would be better, but you know, this does look very cool. Okay, other side here. Should be nice and empty. Just have to be lucky traffic-wise, but bumps are no problem, of course, for this car. So, 300 kilometers an hour, shift there to 7th gear. That is proper quick. I'm curious to see what we can do. So you really need a lot of space to hit that top speed, but apparently you can just do it going through a corner. No worries. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. 16, 17. Come on, baby. 18. That is it. I have to brake for that car. Ooh, brakes feel very good. Oh, 318. So that's like 300, I think 304, 305 kilometers an hour GPS. I think, it's a shame that this car came to the left. Otherwise, I might have done 320 on the speedo, which would have been epic. But that's the Alpina B4 for you guys. I mean, more people should buy these cars. More people should drive Alpinas, because holy moly, these things are so capable. They are so comfortable. They are so cool. Yeah. Thank you, Düsseldorf, for supplying the car to us. If you want an Alpina, they are the importer for the Netherlands, so go check them out. I mean, yeah, it's a shame that Alpina has been bought by BMW. I really hope that, you know, they are able to keep some of their identity. But, you know, with where we're going, I can also imagine that they just wanted to kind of secure the future for their, like, family company. I mean, I get it, but I just hope that the magic doesn't disappear, because they are still building beautiful, really good cars. And I would prefer this over an M4. There, I said it. And I would prefer an Alpina B3 Touring over an M3 Touring. They just are better. I like them better. I think they're cooler. So yeah, go check them out. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video on the right, or check out this playlist on the left. See you the next one, guys. Bye.